upon a time when the field mouse was out gathering wild beans for the winter. His neighbor, the buffalo, came down to graze in the meadow. The little mouse did not like the buffalo, for he knew that he would mow down all the long grass with their prickly tongues, and there would be no place in which to hide. He made up his mind to offer battle like a man.
Let's fight. Let's fight. Be quiet or I'll crush you. Come on, you can do it. I said be quiet. If you talk to me again, I'll crush you. Come on, I dare you.
Thereupon the buffalo rushed upon him. He trampled the grass clumsily and tore up the earth with his front hoof. When he had ended, he looked for the mouse, but he could not see him anywhere. Just then he felt a scratching inside his right ear. He shook his head as hard as he could. He twitched his ears back and forth. The gnawing went deeper and deeper until he was half wild with the pain. He pawed with his hooves and tore up the sod in his horns. Bellowing madly, he ran as fast as he could, first straight forward and then in circles, but at last he stopped and stood trembling. Then the mouse jumped out of his ear and said,
I am the ruler, you are not. No, you're not.
Again he started toward the mouse as if to trample him under his feet. The little fellow was nowhere to be seen, but in a minute the buffalo felt him in the other ear. Once more he became wild with pain and ran here and there over the prairie, at times he leaping high in the air. At last he fell to the ground and lay quite still. The mouse came out of his ear and stood proudly upon his dead body.
I killed the buffalo. I told him I was the ruler. I need a knife.
In another part of the meadow, the red fox, very hungry, was hunting mice for his breakfast. He saw one and jumped upon him with all 4 feet, but the little mouse got away, and he was terribly disappointed. All at once he heard a distant call.
Bring me a knife.
Red Fox started in the direction of the sound. By and by he came upon a huge body of the buffalo lying on the ground. The mouse still stood upon the body.
Dress the buffalo and you'll get some meat.
Thank you, I will do that.
Small pieces.
Can I have another piece,
You're
please?
so greedy. I already gave you a big piece.
Please, mouse.
You can have the feet.
Thank you. But I have a wife, too, just a little more.
Barely did anything. You have been overpaid, but I suppose you can have the head.
Thereupon the fox jumped on the mouse, who gave a faint squeak and disappeared.
So the lesson is, if you are proud and selfish, you will lose all in the end.